Newcastle United, you just look at that team. You go back a couple of seasons, or 3 seasons or whatever. They've got a great fan base. You've got to accept it. They all of a sudden money was influxed in there. Everybody was saying, "Blimey, this team, they could be the new Man City of the future." Got Eddie Howe went in there, and then season before last, some new players in there. Eventually got to fourth position, got into Champions League, and that was the start. We all thought that was the start. And then last season, it sort of went a little bit. I think part of it was you got loads of injuries, and you came seventh, and you gone down. So from a couple of years ago, everybody thinking, "My, this is the start of the revolution at Newcastle." And at last, this massive team, from up northeast way is really gonna take off. And in fact, last season it went backwards. All the excuses in the world, fine, and you can make them. Every team can make them. I'll make them for Arsenal. And the injuries did hurt. And this season, all expected, you to go in and go bam, get a couple more players, because after going fourth and then seventh, you needed to improve that team. I've always felt that you had a bloke on the right wing, Maximus or Saint Maximum or something like that. He was brilliant, and when you lost him, you never ever got anyone to replace him. Unbelievable player. Okay, whether he wanted to go or not, he never always got in that side. Whatever. I think really should never sold. Whatever. Who am I? But this season, you went for Mark Gui, and you never got him. £70 million apparently you offered for him. So it meant the money was there. It meant you could have done it. Why did it go wrong? I still don't know. Was it because Palace wanted more? Was it maybe Mark Gui wanted, something better? Maybe, there was something going on in the background at Newcastle. Who knows? You should have got him, because he was the star signing you needed to improve your squad. And it's gone. And if you think you're going to get him in January, or you think maybe next season, well, Man City are now looking at him. And if I was Gui, who would I want to go to? A team that's already playing in the Champions League, a manager like Pep Guardiola, a team that's going to win trophies. That's who I'd go to. And I don't want to knock Newcastle, but isn't that logic and fact? So what's going wrong at Newcastle? Eddie Howe, the rumours that he might go to England, become the England manager, forget that. I don't believe that. I think Eddie Howe wants to stay where he is. And let's face it, they're going to give the manager's job to Lee Carsley. I've said it from day one. But there seems to be problems in the background, between the sporting director. Eddie Howe has always in the past, when he's gone and managed teams, he wants control on the transfers. He's always wanted that. Now he's actually saying, "Oh, times have changed, and I've got to sort of have more time focused on coaching the team." Well, I'm not sure I 100% believe Eddie Howe. I think he's playing he's got to play the political argument, because it is slightly different. Teams do play it differently. You're either a coach or a manager coach, and if you're building a team, you want the players to fit into the jigsaw puzzle that you as a manager want them to play. And you've got a sporting director who just picks all the players without saying to you yes or no. You're screwed. You get a player you don't want, who doesn't fit in, and it's happened before, into the style of play you want, and you get players that maybe you don't think are good enough. And so what's the point of that? So Eddie Howe, I don't think, I think he's playing a little bit. I think there is disappointment there from him that you didn't get Mark Gui. I do think his power has been just diluted a little bit from transfers, and I don't think that's good for Newcastle, because you either have Eddie Howe there and you support him 100%, or ultimately you will lose him, and he's done that before. He's walked. Whether he'll walk from Newcastle, because this is a major opportunity for him with all that money, I don't know. But there's some little problems there. We're all sort of sitting in the back, all our opposing fans thinking, "Oh, blimey, Newcastle they're going to come forward. They're going to be a force." But something's gone wrong. It's not going right for you at the moment. That's how I see it from the background. That's as an alternative fan. Maybe I got it wrong. Anyway, that's Football Chat Uncensored. Reno talking. You know, come on, Geordie boys, what do you think? I mean, am I right?